everyone. Welcome in, water signs. If you are new here, my name is Kinny. I am a professional psychic medium, tarot reader, singer, songwriter, and professional witch and practitioner. And today I am in my psychic medium bag, okay? These are going to be completely channeled messages today, okay? No cards. But what I want to do is say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up. It really supports the channel. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button if you're fucking with me. Thank you for hitting that notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post new videos, okay? And thank you for leaving a comment, all right? Thank you for leaving like one of the water emojis, okay? So, welcome in. This is going to be a channeled message having to do with the next major changes, okay? The other elements are posted as well. Take this as your big six, okay? Sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Mars, Venus, all right? But let's get into it. I use a random word picker, okay, in order to get the channel message for each of the elements. And for water signs, the word is or, okay, O-R. And so what I do think, and mind you, it took me a couple of days to like get to this point. Right now it's Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde in Leo could definitely be heavily affecting water sign placements, okay, especially Scorpio placements, all right, especially Scorpio and Cancer. Hi, Amy, welcome in. So yes, water signs. So the next major changes could have a lot to do with like the rest of this retrograde, okay? Or if you're seeing this in the future, the next retrograde that's happening before the end of that one, or around that time. But whatever the case may be, take this extra if you have Leo placements. Y'all may want to go ahead and watch the fire sign reading if that applies to you, especially if you have Leo placements. But next major changes with the word or, okay? I do think that there's a choice to be made. Y'all have some decisions to make. I'm seeing the Two of Swords in my head. I don't have any cards right now, but I'm seeing the Two of Swords in my head. And y'all have a choice to make about what it is that y'all want to do with your lifestyle, okay? I'm also hearing the song Lifestyle by, who is that? Young Thug? Yeah. So, and Young Thug is a Leo, if I'm not mistaken, all right? So next major changes, y'all, Mercury and Leo and max Leo season, okay? So between now and August 10th, okay? Or now and like August 21st to 22nd, all right? That is when these next major changes are taking place. There is going to be a large choice for y'all to make. Some of y'all could be having issues with your electricity in your house, okay? Your electrical wiring. This could also have to do with like your AC, okay? And like big shit messing up in your home, okay? Ceiling fans could be significant. Floor fans could be significant, okay? And I definitely feel as though y'all could also be having a large upgrade in regards to your crown chakra, okay? So like you're getting lots more downloads from spirit at this moment in time, okay? And they're prompting you to make some sort of a choice, okay? A large choice. It's kind of giving like this or that. That gives me that game for whenever like I was a kid, like double double this, double double that, like double this, double that, double this, that. Okay. So yeah, water signs are going through a bunch of inner child healing. You are being deeply affected by Mercury and Leo as well as Leo season. A lot of this has to do with like Leo being the sign of like inner child, okay? And so like the emotions surrounding that, the water signs, just like the rest of the emotions, are feeling them heavy, and they're feeling them more intensely than other people. So I definitely feel like next major changes for y'all have a lot to do with like your emotions and your thought process rather than something like really, not say like something large isn't going to happen, but this more so feels like the way that you think is changing, y'all, okay? This one is a little like calmer than the other elements, okay? Like right now, like based off of all the me doing all the readings, okay? The word glide could be very, very significant, all right? I do think that the next major change is that things are going to be easier for you. It's going to be easier for you to make some sort of choice or decision that's very important to you, okay? Because you're not like fighting against the emotions anymore. You're not going to be fighting against the emotions anymore, okay? I also think that a lot of y'all could have some sort of major change having to do with like your sexuality, okay, or like your intimate life could be significant. This could have to do with like gender, okay. It could have to do with like hormones. This could have to do with like your sexuality itself, okay. I think that y'all are deconstructing certain ideals or ideologies that do not work for you. Like maybe when you were growing up, you felt like people made it so you had to pick one or the other. Some of y'all could be biracial, or some of y'all could have to do with like your sexuality, or there's something polarizing about you that people felt like you had to make an either or choice. And in reality, you want to do both, okay? And I just feel as though your choices and your options, as well as the choices that you have had to make, all those things are coming to pass, and y'all are kind of like letting things just be. The song "Let's Just Be" by Miguel could be significant. He's a Scorpio. That's a deep cut. It's a unreleased. Let's say unreleased song. It's like a demo song. Okay, so he's a Scorpio with an Aquarius moon. Okay, some of y'all could be feeling compelled to watch the air sign reading. Y'all could have Aquarius moons. Okay, some of y'all could also have a Pisces moon. But regardless, I'm also hearing the song "My Peace" by Miguel. Once again, Scorpio energy there. Okay, I definitely think that next major changes is like y'all are getting clear on what it is that you feel and why it is that you feel that way. Y'all are getting clear and making decisions having to do with your lifestyle, the lifestyle that you like choose. Okay, it could be sexuality, it could be a certain type of life. Okay, but whatever the case may be, you're going to go with what feels natural. Okay, y'all are going to go with what feels natural. A lot of y'all could also be getting into some interesting SEGG energy. Okay, um, yeah, there could be some physicality popping up for y'all. All right. Y'all may definitely be like dealing with somebody who looks like very different than you. Like, this could be somebody of a different race or ethnicity. Okay. Or this could just be somebody who just looks very different to you. Okay. This person can have a very unique look no matter what their race or age, weight is. Like, they just look unique. Okay. That also gives me unique. Okay. Beyonce. Alien superstar could be very, very significant. Okay, so Scorpio moon energy. I definitely feel as though y'all are feeling really out of body or having lots of out of body like experiences right now. The more that you like, the less pressure that you put on yourself to be a certain kind of way. Okay, I think that y'all's timing prior was off. Like, y'all were kind of trying to like force something, or y'all were trying to make something the way that you wanted it, and Spirit is telling y'all that you have to kind of like glide. Some of y'all need to get a new ID. Okay, some of y'all need to get a new ID. Idaho could also be significant. Indiana could be significant. Illinois, the I letter states could be significant, or countries, or like places, cities with the letter I could be significant. Okay, Illinois, Indiana. Okay, for some reason that gives me India Irie. Okay, or just India in general, but India Irie is she's either a Libra or an Aries. I always get them conflated. But yeah, y'all, I definitely feel like for water signs, there's a need for y'all to be more like natural with things. Like, just glide, just flow, do your thing, get your identification together, make sure you're double and triple checking stuff because it's Mercury retrograde. Okay, yeah. Some of y'all need to get a new license, a new ID, a passport, something of that nature. Okay, and others of y'all, like, I feel like y'all are making different choices in the way that you dress. Next major changes. This kind of feels like a personal, like, this is more of like a personal personal inside change rather than it is like a bunch of like outward other shit happening. She's a Libra, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Amy. This feels like more of like an internal growth type of situation for water signs, rather than like everything around you is falling apart. I'm hearing the song All Falls Down by Kanye West, um, and Selena Johnson. Um, yeah, I want to say that's Gemini, Scorpio energy, or Gemini, Sagittarius energy. But yeah, I want to say that this collective feels like it's more interpret like yourself, your personality, rather than it is a bunch of like stuff like your job or your family or your. This is a you thing, okay? This is about how you feel about your sexuality. This is about how you feel about your physical, like your intimate life. This is about how you feel about dating. This is about how you feel about your lifestyle. This is about what you think. Okay, this is about who you are. Some of y'all may need to get something changed on your ID. It could be a name, a gender marker. Okay, it could be anything. All right, a new picture, a new address. Some of y'all needed to get those things handled. Okay, y'all are solidifying who it is that you want to be in this next chapter of your life and of your lifestyle. Okay, also y'all making sure that you are protected. Okay, in many different ways, especially SEGG actually protected. Okay, if you're getting involved with somebody in an intimate or physical manner, please use protection. Jupiter is in Cancer, water signs. Need I remind you that Jupiter is indeed in Cancer? Okay, so this is a pregnancy filled time. Okay, the pregnant is in the air until next like June. Okay, so like just beware, watch out. This is about like good sexual health. This is about taking care of yourself. This is good sex ed, could be significant sexual education. The TV show Sex Education could be significant on Netflix. But yeah, I also feel like y'all are really addressing maybe like certain things for when you were in high school, okay, and like maybe some of the friends, like I said, it's retrograde in Leo at that, Mercury retrograde in Leo. So there is a lot of thinking back to people who we were in high school with, people that we knew back then, and honestly, some of those situations were there just to like show y'all things about yourselves, okay? Y'all could definitely be thinking about people, places, times that like you mirrored others, okay, and what they reflected back to you. And I just feel like with the word or, y'all are just feeling called to make a choice about if you want to stay in that realm or if you want to move forward. Like, what is this lifestyle that you're building for yourself look like? Okay. I also think that some of y'all could definitely be studying words. Okay. Y'all could be learning a new language. Y'all could be studying new words. Okay. That could be very, very significant. Y'all could be getting like new books. Okay. Dictionary kids could be significant. Like, I was a dictionary kid. Y'all could be downloading a vocab app. Okay. Or y'all could be like increasing your vocabulary, learning more words, writing, journaling, okay? But like getting into like prepositions and shit. Y'all could literally be educating yourself. Some of y'all could be getting prepared to go back to school as well, or making a significant choice in regards to your education and what it is that you want to do with school. Okay, these things could be coming to pass, especially as we get closer to the end of Mercury retrograde. But because Mercury retrograde in Leo, I just seen 11 o'clock. Because Mercury retrograde in Leo makes us think about our childhood, we inherently think about school. We inherently think about our youth and how we want to take the education that we learned then into the future, okay? And what you feel like is lost and what's still there. And most of the time, shit isn't really lost. It's just like not being activated, okay? But yeah, y'all also are going to have a choice to make in terms of like I'm hearing financial abundance and financial stability. Like I said, most of this is emotional, but this is more so about like how you feel about your own personal self-worth and your own personal sense of self. Okay. I strongly feel like water signs just kind of want to be like past something. They don't want to have to do the work on something here, like the emotional work. They don't want to make themselves feel vulnerable. Y'all don't want to make yourselves feel vulnerable, but there is a large change about you just gliding, just going with the flow instead of like fighting against the current, because that is outside of your nature. Y'all are not supposed to be fighting against the current. Y'all are the current, okay? And I definitely feel like these changes are already in effect. Like even me saying current also gives me Finding Nemo, okay? And Finding Dory, okay? The name Dory, Doris could be significant, okay? Nemo could be significant. Nehemiah could be significant, okay? Lotto could be significant. The lottery or actual like Lotto, she's a Capricorn with an Aquarius moon and Sag placements, okay? Y'all may want to watch one of the other readings for extra context about what's going on, because I feel like your other placements are tugging and pulling on y'all more, okay, at this time than your water sign placement. Like when I say tugging and pulling, like your water sign energy is tugging and pulling on you. But I strongly feel like if you're somebody with other placements, the bigger like outward life changes, I feel like those are going to be seen in those other readings, like for real. And I've only saying this for like this reading, okay? I definitely feel as though y'all are taking like an emotional break. And when I say an emotional break, it just means that y'all are letting shit just happen instead of kind of forcing shit to feel some kind of way, or instead of like feeling something super crazy intensely to the point where you can't do anything healthy with it. Y'all are taking a break from being over invested in your emotions or hyper emotional or like pushing against the current. Okay. Y'all are taking a break from all of that intensity and just like gliding through life. Let things feel natural. Let things flow like water. Let things do what it is that they do. Okay. A lot of y'all, please like make healthy decisions when it comes down to your intimate life though. Okay. Water signs, I can't stress that enough. Okay. Some of y'all may also need to go ahead and get tested. Okay. If you are physically active with other people and you know that there's some things that have happened in that experience that may not be the safest, okay? Y'all may need to go ahead and get into it. Y'all also, there's something about y'all needing to educate yourselves in many different ways, whether it's book smarts, as well as like, you know, like sexual education, sexual health, and learning about what it is that you can do moving forward. Some of y'all, this could have to do with like birth control, okay, and other contraceptives, okay? But that's your own personal business, all right? I'm just a messenger. But with that being said, all right, as we're nearing up to the 15-minute mark, with that being said, thank y'all so much, water signs, for being here. Go ahead and check out some of my other readings, okay? Yeah, thank y'all for leaving me a thumbs up, leaving a comment. And if you got all the way to the end, leave a water emoji, your water emoji, or even just some water, okay? Yeah, if you're ever interested in booking a personal reading with me, go ahead and check the link in my description box. Check me out on TikTok at tarotteawkinny. Same as it is on here. I fucks with y'all the long way, water signs, okay? Enjoy your day. Bye.